Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome. So as you can see, we're doing a complete thorough breakdown, advanced how to control tips and tricks guide thingamajiggy, you know the drill, on Labs, this new location. And I just want to say a massive thank you first of all to you guys that have all been supporting me. But as a lot of you know, I am moving to America, Florida at the end of the year. I'm immigrating. And I want to say a massive thank you to the first ever sponsorship on this channel, Playvig. It's the first time someone has approached me that I thought it's useful to you as the viewer. Now, Playvig is essentially an app you download on your PC, and it has little in-app challenges which just allow you to play your game normally while you do these little challenges on the side, like get top 10 with maybe 2 kills, and then it will reward you with like Playvig currency you can then exchange for merchandise, gift cards, actual money, so you can end up getting the next battle pass or in-game cosmetics for free. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out in the description below, but let's get straight on. So I've broken it down into like categories. We got a first couple little general tips, and then we're gonna show you like each type of legend and the tips that come with them. Now the first one is you can see from end to end of the bunker through the middle windows. A lot of people still don't realize this and think you can only go all the way to the end to see if people coming in or hear them. But from the portal room you can see through the windows to see if people are coming down the stairs, and you can just use that to stay a bit extra defensive. But number 2 is charging the middle room. So when you first come down through that portal and say there's like 10 people all surrounding you, I would 100% always, if I'm in the like best situation to, I charge for this middle room all the time because it has 5 floor loot spots, which is more than any other room in this bunker has. Like I think the most is 4, and that's on the I think the east side of the bunker, which has 4. But the middle room, lots of loot, only 2 doors to defend, really good. Now moving on to the different types of legends, we've got Bloodhound. Now, number 3 is scanning control. If I manage to find a decent weapon in the first portal room, I will stay back and like guard this room area. And then you can use that scanner right in the middle to literally cover the entire bunker except up by like where the doors are. And then by doing this scan, you can see where everyone is, and then you can control the fight. So right here, I saw that there was 2 squads fighting each other, and I went in and applied the necessary damage to make it one-on-one fights, where I didn't end up actually taking any damage except for what I'd already taken from first coming through the portal. Now, as well with Bloodhound, he's obviously going to be one of the best for actually getting out of the bunker. Obviously, you can just use the portal if you want to, but if you're trying to play a bit more aggressive and get out into the open and take those people down, that scanner is just going to stop those people from sneaking around the edges of the walls. Now moving on with Pathfinder, the under and up grapple. This is something I use a lot when we're getting pushed outside the bunker and people think they have us pinned in. You can use this to get on top and then shoot down on the people at the sides of the walls and that, but it's obviously just going to give you that high ground advantage. Now number 6 is the ninja recovery. This is one of my personal favourites. If you've got to bail sometimes out of that portal if it's too busy, but you need to recover your friends. Now with zip lines and grapples, it's quite loud. People can hear that. So I stand up on this and I grapple the highest point, the zip line, the highest point. I jump down, and this way I like keep my noise at a far away distance, so that once I'm actually in and recovering that beacon, I'm long gone. Now, number 7 is the infinite portal zipline ride. So yes, as you can see, I have made an infinite zipline ride. Now, a lot of these tips can be basic, some of them can be advanced and pro level, and some of them can be just for fun, which is what especially one of these are. But at the same time, if you get a circle at bunker and have time to set up an infinite zipline, it's also going to be incredibly useful for getting around the bunker itself. And this also brings us on to number 8 with Wraith. You can do the same with Wraith, which is a 1-minute portal loop. So it's not quite infinite because the portal only lasts for a minute, but essentially the max distance that you can put this portal is by the bunker doors. So you see where I put the portal entrance right there, where I land in it? That's the max distance you can get away so that it will still reach the giant portal inside the bunker. So you can end up just doing this continuous loop, and then the actual, like, the portal that you come out of in the sky creates this massive like booming noise whenever you come out of it. So I use it to like attract enemies towards me. Now number 9 is portal into the zone. Like I said earlier, if you've got a end zone circle where it's over the bunker, you can use Wraith's abilities to then go into the storm to place your own portal by the big portal. It's some weird portalception, it's so hard to understand, I think. But you place your portal by the big portal inside the storm, and this way you don't have to worry about running through the storm to get into it. Like there, I only took 1 tick of damage, and I'm able to use a balloon-like feature in one of the very final circles and get any high ground I want. So like here, I get onto the out of bounds zone for a second and heal up. Now number 10 is hiding inside the giant portal. When you're in this Wraith portal running around form, it doesn't actually like teleport you in the portal. So what you can do is walk forward a tiny bit, place your mini portal, walk backwards, and then you hide behind your portal to visually block you while you're inside the main big portal. And not many people really think to look there. And then obviously you can do the instant team escape with your portal, because as I've been showing, you can place your portal inside the big portal to instantly teleport up into the sky. You can use this to get your entire team out in an instant, and people don't really realize that this is a technique yet, so they don't know that they're off ballooning away yet. Now number 12 is portal kidnapping. You could also call this separating the enemy. Just then, an enemy used my portal and I managed to get him to use the balloon. Well, not the balloon, the giant portal. But while he's using that, I come in and then basically separate, because I've separated him from his teammates, I come in and fight the other teammates one by one, and then the lifeline comes in a bit too late to save her friends. Now, number 13, Watson, trapping them in. So if I'm a Watson, a lot of times I'll actually land outside and trap them in with the zip wires. Now, most people aren't going to push this, especially if you're there to guard it and protect it. And a lot of times they'll actually end up running away using the portal, leaving you to have the bunker to yourself, and you're in full control of it without really having to fight. And if you do want to fight, obviously you can keep on pushing with those fences as they like back up. Put in a sneaky like slide and a push and put down more fences, and you can keep on pushing that way. And yeah, as you saw then, they all just decided to run. But number 14 is hold the portal room. We're going on to Caustic. Caustic's got a whole bunch of stuff in this, and as you can see, it is an absolute mess. Now, holding the portal room is staying back here when you first come through the portal. Because you've got that gas, you can hold it off, and then you have the big portal as your own personal emergency escape. All the others can do is try and run for the exit, but they're probably going to get pinned by enemies, while you have your back free and safe, and you only have to fight the people coming from the south, which is like towards the entrance. Now number 15, gas doors for mass ELIM'S. When you first come down, when you're Caustic and there's enemies everywhere, don't throw them near the portal or near the stairs, because by the time the gas light raises up, they're going to be walking past it. So throw it at the doors so they have time to raise by the time the enemies actually get to it. And as you can see, my kill feed right now is going nuts. It was one of my most so far, and I was very, very pleased with it. Now, number 16 is thermal plus smoke equals OP. This is kind of obvious, and this includes Bangalore, not just Caustic, because Bangalore's brilliant for her smokes. And especially in this new LTM where there's a lot of thermals, yeah, it's going to be kind of useful when you have Caustic and Bangalore. It's kind of a general tip, but especially useful with the current LTM and this location. Now, Caustic gas wall. When you're fighting on these stairs, it can be a bit not very defensive. You have the walls to peek round, but it leaves your whole body exposed, and you can kind of go down the stairs a bit, but it's a bit annoying. So you can use Caustic's gas canisters to create walls that you can then peek behind and like fight the enemies that way. I find it extremely useful to, as you saw in the beginning of the video, to create walls as defensive barriers. And then as another general standard tip, as a Caustic, never forget to use your gas cans to push enemies. As you can see here, I'm constantly throwing a gas can like every few meters just to push back constantly those enemies. Now number 19, moving on with Mirage, we're almost at the end. Decoys always south. Now as you can see, the entrance to this bunker is south, and your back where the big portal is always going to be safe. So always throw your decoys safe, unless you're in obviously a very specific situation where you need to throw it a different direction. But as long as you throw it safe, anyone coming into the bunker is always going to get caught off guard by that. And as you can see here, I always put the decoy up by the doors, and people always get thrown off by this. Every single person will come through the doors, and even if they know it's a decoy, it makes them jump because they don't realize they're there. Number 20, the final one, is how to fly across the river. And this is essentially like using this giant portal to fly halfway across the map. And you basically use this dip-in technique and you go around Cage, and it's just brilliant. It's one of the biggest travel distances in the map at the moment. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell especially. You know the drill. And check out Playvig in the description. It seriously is something that you can use legitimately. But other than that, peace.
Vexfor says, too many here LOL.
Too many my ass, boy! Too many my ass!
Says, ha ha ha. Vexfor says, you ninja, smiley face.